Your soft heart? Huh. They thought it was made of glass, fragile, ready to shatter at the first strike. They mistook patience for submission, and so they sharpened their knives, carving away at your soul with words laced in venom and actions dipped in deceit. They played dirty, oh yes, but they didn't just play, they relished it. They tore at you with their schemes, eyes glinting with sadistic satisfaction as they watched you stumble. Every sneer, every betrayal was another brick they thought they could add to the walls of your despair. They wanted you caged, helpless, a broken relic of who you once were. But here's the truth they didn't see. Some souls, when shattered, don't break. They sharpen. Every fragment becomes a blade. And now, those shards are yours to wield. They sowed chaos in your life, thinking it would uproot everything you stood for. They laughed, thinking they'd reduced you to ashes. They were too blind to realize that ashes are the soil in which revolutions are born. You're not a victim. You never were. You were a storm waiting to be unleashed. And now, they've lit the fuse. The irony is delicious, isn't it? They wanted to see you crumble, but all they've done is awaken something primal, something feral. And now, chaos has a new master. They underestimated your silence. They thought every word you didn't speak was a surrender. They believed every tear you held back was a sign of defeat. But silence? Silence is the most dangerous weapon. It is the coiling of a serpent, the bated breath before an inferno. And now that silence is broken. Every lesson they taught you in cruelty, you learned. Every scar they etched into your soul, you've memorized. And every ounce of pain they poured into you, it's been alchemized into fuel, a wildfire waiting for the perfect gust of wind. They built you into their favorite target, a punching bag for their insecurities, a scapegoat for their failures. But the joke's on them, because now, that target, it's no longer a mark of defeat. It's a symbol, a warning. Every dart they threw at you, you've gathered them, and now you're ready to hurl them back with precision. They trained you without even realizing it. Every scheme, every manipulation, it was preparation. They thought they were burying you, but all they've done is hand you the tools to dig out of their grave. And you're not coming back alone. You're bringing all their sins with you. They never expected this. They never expected you to rise. They never imagined that the very soul they tried to shatter would become their reckoning. Now, the tables are turning. No, flipping violently. And they're not ready. They're not ready for what's coming. Because this isn't just about survival anymore. It's about retribution. The world they built on your pain, it's teetering on the edge. You're not going to push it. You're going to let it collapse under the weight of its own rot. They thought they broke the wrong soul. They have no idea how right they were. Your eyes no longer hold fear. They hold storms. Your smile is no longer warmth. It's a razor, ready to cut. And your footsteps? They're thunderclaps, announcing the chaos that follows in your wake. They thought they could define your story, but they were wrong. They were nothing more than footnotes. And now, the narrative is yours to write. With blood, with fire, with fury. They turned their backs on you, convinced they had won. But that was their mistake. Your power lies not in what you lost, but in what you found in the darkness. You didn't just survive, you transformed. Like a phoenix rising from the embers, except this time, there's no rebirth, only evolution. You're no longer just one person, you're a force. Every pain they inflicted, now another weapon in your arsenal. They didn't realize they were building a warrior. Their whispers once filled your head with doubt. You're not enough. You'll never be enough. They repeated it over and over until you almost believed them. Almost. But now, those whispers have been replaced by a roar that declares your strength, your resilience. And that roar is loud. It's deafening. It drowns out every lie they ever told. Do you feel it? The air shifting, the tides turning. The power dynamic has flipped, and now they're the ones trembling. They don't know what's coming, but they feel it. Their sins were never forgotten. They linger in the shadows, waiting for the day you'd rise. And rise, you did. They built a monster, or at least that's what they'll call you now, because that's what fear does. It demonizes what it can't control. But you're no monster. You're justice, a reckoning, the embodiment of every truth they tried to suppress. And now they're running from the chaos they birthed. The problem is, you don't run anymore. You stand. You face the storm, because you are the storm. No more restraint. No more holding back. The beast they tried to chain has broken free, and this time, it's hungry. They didn't just break you, they rebuilt you. And what you've become, it's something they should fear, because chaos, true chaos, isn't loud. It isn't brash. It's quiet, calculated, merciless, and now it's coming, for them. They thought the storm had passed, that the fury they unleashed was fleeting, just another chapter they could close with impunity. But storms never vanish, they evolve. What they failed to see was the transformation beneath the surface. While they reveled in their supposed victory, a new force was quietly, methodically rising. And now, that force stands at their doorstep. There was a time when you walked with your head bowed, shadows draping over you like a shroud. They mistook humility for surrender. They didn't understand that the bowed head was calculating, studying every movement, every lie, every crack in their facade. You weren't defeated, you were waiting, and waiting is the greatest weapon of all. Patience turns pain into power. And you, the one they dismissed as broken, have become the architect of their reckoning. They played their games with glee, but now they're about to learn the harshest lesson of all. Every action demands a consequence. They believed their masks would shield them forever. False smiles, hollow apologies, whispered justifications. They spun their web of deceit, thinking you were caught. But webs don't hold those who refuse to be trapped. You didn't just break free. You tore the entire web down, thread by thread. They wielded their words like daggers, each one aimed at the softest parts of your soul. Words designed to fracture, to burrow deep and fester. But they didn't understand. The soul is not glass. It is steel, forged in fire. Every insult, every betrayal only strengthened your resolve. They crafted their weapons, and now you wield them against them. You see, their arrogance was their undoing. They believed themselves untouchable, too cunning to be caught. They relished your silence, thinking it meant defeat. But silence is the sharpest blade. It's the pause before the symphony of destruction. And now, the first notes are playing. Their empire, built on manipulation and fear, stands on crumbling foundations. They thought they could control the narrative, paint themselves as the victors. But truth is relentless. It seeps through cracks, no matter how tightly they try to seal them. And your truth? It's a flood. They may not feel it yet, but the tide is rising. Slowly, inexorably, it's swallowing the lies they told, the illusions they clung to. They built a fortress out of deceit, but you're the battering ram. And with every strike, their walls weaken. No more hiding, no more holding back. The version of you they thought they destroyed is gone. In its place stands someone unyielding. They see it now, in the way your eyes no longer flinch under their gaze. They hear it in your voice, steady, resolute, unshaken. Fear was once their weapon, but now it's yours. Not because you wield it as they did, but because they can't comprehend what they're up against. They're facing the unknown, and nothing terrifies them more. They called you fragile, but fragility is a lie. What's fragile breaks. You've bent, stretched, been pushed to the brink, but never broken. They pushed too hard, and now they're witnessing the recoil. They tried to rewrite your story, but stories are not set in stone. They're written in ink, and ink can bleed. Now, it's their version of the story that's unraveling. Every lie exposed, every falsehood eroded. And in its place stands the truth. Undeniable, unforgiving. It's funny, isn't it? They thought they were the authors, but they never realized. You hold the pen. And now, every word you write is a testament to your rise. They won't forget this story. How could they? It's etched into the very bones of their downfall. You don't need to shout. You don't need to rage. Your presence alone is enough. They feel it, the weight of everything they tried to bury. It clings to them like chains. And no matter how hard they struggle, they can't escape. They thought they'd silenced you, but silence was never their victory. It was your preparation. Every quiet moment was a step toward this reckoning. And now that you've spoken, there's no turning back. They tried to scatter your pieces, but you've gathered them all. And now, those pieces are weapons. Every scar, a blade. Every wound, a shield. They created a warrior, and now they face the consequences of their creation. Regret. It's written across their faces now, but regret won't save them. They had their chances. Every opportunity to make amends, to show remorse. They squandered them all. And now, it's too late. They're scrambling, trying to regain control. But control is an illusion. It always was. The only power they ever had was the power you gave them. And now, you've taken it back. Freedom. It's yours now, unshackled from their expectations, their judgments, their manipulations. You walk with purpose, every step echoing with the weight of everything you've endured and everything you've overcome. They thought they could escape the storm they summoned, but storms don't dissipate on command. They rage until there's nothing left standing. And this storm, it's just begun. Every breath you take is a declaration. You're here, you're unbroken, and you're unstoppable. They played dirty. They thought they'd won, but they never realized the game wasn't over. And now, chaos has a new master. Their time is running out. They thought endurance had its limits. They assumed every soul could be broken, that every fire could be snuffed out. But you're no flickering flame. You're an inferno they never saw coming. And now, the ash from their sins is settling, coating everything they once held sacred. Their games, once triumphant, now feel hollow. They reveled in control, manipulated fates, thinking they were untouchable. Yet every step they took, every cruel move, was just another brick in the prison they built for themselves. And now, you hold the key. Look at them now, scrambling, desperate to rewrite the past, trying to paint over the canvas of their betrayal. But paint cracks, no matter how thickly it's applied. And beneath every layer lies the truth, stark, undeniable, and suffocating. There's a strange irony to power. It's never real, unless freely given. They wielded borrowed authority, propped up by your belief in their illusions. They were kings in a kingdom of lies. But now that the veil has been ripped away, what's left? Nothing but hollow crowns and broken thrones. They hear your footsteps now. Every step reverberates with the weight of justice, long overdue. It's a sound that lingers in their minds, echoing with the memories they tried to bury. They've run out of places to hide. Do you feel it? The power coursing through every breath, every movement. Not the power they sought, cheap, manipulative dominance, but true power. The kind that comes from survival, from rising after every fall. You've transcended. You're no longer bound by their world. They used to thrive in chaos, but now that chaos is their tormentor. The very forces they unleashed have turned on them. Betrayal has a way of eating its own tail, and now they're trapped in a storm of their own making. The world has shifted. They once held the stage, basking in the spotlight, but now the stage is yours. Every eye is on you. Every ear waits for your next move. And you're not here to perform. You're here to reveal. There was a time when their whispers haunted you. Every insult, every mockery etched itself into your skin like scars. But scars don't define weakness. They're marks of survival. And those whispers, they've lost their power. You no longer listen. You're the one speaking now. Watch how the tables have turned. They were architects of manipulation, but manipulation crumbles under truth. And truth? It's your weapon now, sharper than any blade. You wield it without mercy. They thought time would erase their deeds, that wounds would fade and memories would dissolve. But time doesn't forget. Time holds every act, every word, and it's brought you to this moment. They're reckoning. Regret gnaws at them. But regret isn't redemption. It's just another chain, binding them tighter. They wanted forgiveness without accountability, absolution without penance. But the ledger has been tallied, and there are no more escapes. You stand in front of them now, a mirror reflecting every sin they've ever committed, and they can't look away. Their own faces are their undoing, each reflection a reminder of the lines they crossed. Victory isn't about destroying them. Destruction is easy. No, true victory lies in rising above. You didn't just survive, you thrived. They wanted to diminish you, to reduce your existence. But now, your presence is overwhelming. They see it, the glow of transformation. You are not who you once were. They broke the old you, but what rose from the ruins is untouchable. Stronger, unyielding, infinite. Fear, once your burden, now chains them. They're haunted not by what they did, but by what's to come. Every shadow, every creak in the floorboards feels like the approach of justice. And justice doesn't negotiate. This isn't vengeance. Vengeance is fleeting. No, this is balance. The scales tip as they should, each weight meticulously measured. You're not here to destroy. You're here to correct. Every breath you take is a testament, not to them, not to their games, but to you. You have risen, not because of their cruelty, but despite it. They were a storm, but you are the mountain that stood against it. Their empire crumbles, and you don't even need to lift a finger. Truth, time, and transformation have done the work for you. They fought to control the narrative, but the story was never theirs to tell. It's yours. Remember every moment of darkness, not as a burden, but as proof. Proof that you endured, that you persevered. Proof that they never truly had power over you. They tried to write your ending, but endings are fluid. And yours? It's just the beginning. You're untouchable now. Not because you're invincible, but because you're free. Free of their opinions, their manipulations, their judgments. You walk a path they can never tread, forged by strength and resilience. They'll talk. They always do. They'll twist the story, try to cast themselves as victims. But the world sees through their masks now, and masks once removed can never be worn again. They gambled with your soul, believing it was theirs to break, but they miscalculated. Souls are not fragile, they're boundless. They didn't just fail to break you, they awakened you. Now, they live in the aftermath. Every choice, every betrayal has led them here. And as they stand in the rubble of their own making, they're left with nothing but echoes of what could have been. You don't need to look back. The past is theirs to grapple with. You, however, are already moving forward. Every step is a victory. Every breath, a reminder that you've claimed your destiny. They thought they knew you, but how can anyone know a force that refuses to be defined? You're not a product of their games. You're the result of your own creation, limitless and unstoppable. Chaos? It's no longer theirs to wield. You are the storm now, and the world will never forget.